You are surrounded by abundance. Breathe it in. It's already yours. The universe is listening. Speak your desires into light. The garden grows because you believe. This is your time. Welcome to Manifestation Monday. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Manifestation Moon Day, because that's what it is. It's a moon. It's a harvest moon. Shine on harvest moon for me and my gal type thing. Welcome, everyone. If you're coming in here, I'm asking you to please bump the like button, subscribe, because this is going to be really something else. Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Happy Harvest Moon. It is the first of 3 moons. We're going to have a super moon, of course, tonight. It actually is full and in harvest mode at 11:47 p.m. Eastern Time. And then we move into November, where we have another one. And then in December, where we have another one. So talk about harvest, talk about abundance, talk about doing a lot of things. Well, putting it on, we've got the moon on steroids. We got the moon on steroids right now. Definitely. Definitely. Thank you so much, Maggie, for talking about my background, because I feel like I'm the harvest princess. And you know what? You all will too, so much. Thank you. I've missed you guys. Last Saturday was weird. The energy was weird. My internet went out Saturday morning and didn't come on until late Saturday night. And while that seems like it was a inconvenience, the first thing I thought of is, wow, talk about transported back to the old days, right? So, gee, I got a lot of things done. I was able to clean house. I was able to do a lot of things. I read, I made plans. I wrote in my little journal. I did all kinds of things. Well, thank you. It's just me. You are the Harvest Princess. Thank you so much. We didn't know what to do without you, Zelda. Well, you know what? I was thinking, should I do a baby live Saturday night? And I thought, no. Sometimes this happens for a reason. And if you push it, then you may not get what you're supposed to be getting. My motto for tonight, my darlings, because this is a manifestation moon day, as you can see, and give me a second, I'm going to put the goodies up. I'm putting up the goodies. There we are. The motto, my darlings, is what we appreciate appreciates. I want you to think about that. What we appreciate appreciates. There are several things. Hello, my darlings, and welcome. Listen, I got to tell you something. You guys are the absolute best community. Hands down. Love it, love it, love it. You are so thankful, so grateful, so respectful to me. It cracks me up, because anytime I have just a little baby troll in the chat, you guys just zoom right in there. I usually don't have to say a thing. It's just zoom, zoomola. The thing that cracks me up is that is inevitable that it's always whomever wants to complain starts off by saying, well, that's how I picture it. I'm a reader too. And anytime I read that, I'm like, oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. I'm a reader too. I'm a reader, you're a reader. Wouldn't you like to be a reader too? Right? Now, of course, many of you are. But I'm going to tell you there's a respect. I don't go in other, and believe me, there are some readers that I see that I think, dear, but I don't say anything because it's not my place. And it's especially not my channel. And who am I to be sitting and yakking and pulling the attention and distraction away from whoever does it? Right? So you just kind of say goodbye. And after all that little troll, she just kept on. She just kept on. She wouldn't answer me. She was answering the rest of you. So I just said, okay, gave you a chance. Enough is enough. Poof. Poof. Goodbye. May you be released to the reader cosmos. Goodbye. There you go. And that's what it is. And I wanted to thank each and every one of you because you are so respectful of that. Because you know what? Here's the thing. A lot of people don't understand my reading style. I kind of went from predictive. Now you know me, you see me. But I go into the deep dives. And for me, that's what it's all about. If we need to go down a bunny trail, and we have been with the Charlie Kirk series, there's a whole playlist, and I'm not finished yet. So there we go. So thank you so much for being here. Welcome to Manifestation Moon Day. And the motto of this is, take a look at this. Today we have gratitude, we have harvest, we have release, and we prepare. What do we prepare? Well, we prepare for manifestation, and we prepare to start over again. Because, my darlings, once you manifest, you don't stop. You're just getting started. You're just getting started. So I invite you, give me a second. I'm seeing Judy Ann. Hi, Lady Zelda. Hi, darling. It's for Thursday night, but do you know a lot about a Prospect Place, the haunted mansion near Trinway, Ohio? I've heard of it. I don't know a lot of it. Okay. But maybe we'll talk about it some other time. Thanks for bringing that up. There we go. Thank you. And everyone, Mrs. Marie is in the chat. Hello, Mrs. Marie. Welcome, welcome, darling Mrs. Marie. So let me take a drinky because you know how it is. So I want you all to prepare. Tonight, that's right, when the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie. Che la luna, right? Oh, we won't get even started. All right. So prepare for tonight, 11:47 Eastern, for those of you who are in the United States or North America proper, is when the harvest moon, big and bold. Now, it is going to be the closest, it's going to be the closest to the earth than the moon has been in a long time. The illumination is going to be big and bright. And just to give you a little bit of Appalachian lore, if you happen to see a ring around the moon, then that means we're going to have a rough winter. If we don't, the winter is going to be somewhat mild, is my understanding, is how I was taught. You may know differently, so keep watch for the moon. Now, what do we want to do? Not only tonight will I be putting Oh, I love that, Rockshaw. Not only tonight will I be putting the majority of the card decks that I use in my windowsill because I'm not going to put them outside. It's been raining. Yeah. But I'm going to put them in my windowsill along with, hi, Martha. I did answer your email, my darling. Look at this. You can't really see it. It's the rice bowl. Now, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do with my little rice bowl. I'm going to do it right here in front of you. You see this? Cinnamon. That puts your rice bowl and your rice jar on steroids. Hello there, Carla. Welcome, welcome. Now, just sprinkle a little. There we go. Because cinnamon also attracts, and not only does it smell yummy like the holidays, it also attracts very well. And I'm going to be placing that in my windowsill. Why in my windowsill? First of all, the weather is not very good. We've been raining for days. Secondly, I don't want to put my cards and my cinnamon bowl out there, or my rice bowl out there, because I'm kind of in a public place with a lot of people that kind of walk around, and I don't want them coming up and helping themselves to any of my goodies. So that's what I do. You can put it on your windowsill. Now, it's raining right now. My chances of seeing the moon are very low, but that doesn't mean anything, okay? That doesn't mean that we're not going to see anything. We're not going to be affected by the rays. So you will be affected no matter what. The moon rays will still come in, just like the sun. You know, when the clouds go over the sun and you think, oh, I can't go to the beach today, I'm not going to get any rays. Listen, that's when I burn the worst, is when I'm out on a cloudy day. And I know that sounds weird, but that is very, very true. Hi, Lisa. Hold on, my darling. Lisa, welcome. Everybody, welcome. I just discovered you last night. Well, my darling, thank you. I'm in Utah, seen the Charlie Kirk video and drew me in. I really like you. Well, thank you. That's an honor. And I'm so happy to have you here. And I really like you too. I just get that vibe from you. If you do me a favor, like and subscribe, but I think you already have. So thank you. I think you're going to like it here. You're going to like it here because we get a lot done. We have a lot to accomplish. Hi, Noodles Mama. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Hello, Scott, my darling. How are you? Hi, Ruthie. Everybody's coming in. Now, here's what I want you all to do. Okay? Here's a little exercise, and let's just not go overboard, but maybe in a sentence or two max. I want you to use one, two, or maybe even all. Hello, darlings. One, two, or even all of these words, and I want you to write down in the chat what you are manifesting. What do you want during this harvest manifestation? Go, because I got a little presentation I want to make for you and share it, because you know what? You are here with friends. And in order to help manifest really great things, you are surrounded by like-minded people, and that's going to help you get to your manifestation. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, I like the rice pudding there, Aisha, right? Right? So I want you to say, I have a lot of gratitude for this. I am releasing people in my life that are no longer good for me. I am preparing for the new harvest. You can put anything in there that you want. And while you are doing that, my darlings, thank you so much. I'm going to read my little thing, and you'll understand. You'll understand where we're coming from. And here we go. What makes this harvest moon very special, because it's a super moon, is because it's the closest full moon to the equinox. That's the autumnal equinox that we had already. Brighter, it's going to be stronger than usual. It's a symbol of harvest, gratitude, and fulfillment. It's so exciting. These moons, these types of moons, are so exciting. This is a time of completion. So prepare for completion, but it's also a time for reflection. And it's also a time for gathering rewards. You know, we're in a harvest time. So what does that mean? We are now harvesting the seeds that we have planted 2 days ago, 2 months ago, maybe even 2 years ago. We now will start. I mean, this is abundance manifestation on steroids. The moon appears larger because it's the closest to the earth. And you know what this means? It means that our manifestations feel closer too. I've been feeling that all day, actually since the weekend. And you know, just because, and this is Scooby-Doo, just because tonight is the full moon. If you would have looked in the sky last night, it would have appeared to be full. And even the night before, it would have appeared to be full as well. So we are feeling the effects going into this full moon, and prepare, because we are going to be feeling the effects over the next 2 to 3 days, and maybe even a week. So when I say that your manifestations feel closer, take advantage of that feeling. So now is a time for you can collectively draw and tie in your grounding, emotional releases, and optimism for what's coming next. Don't you love that? So now you're writing in the chat your manifestation focus. I want you to think about that. What are you manifesting as this moon gets into peak at 11:47 p.m. this evening Eastern? That's New York time, because you're sharing these key words for tonight. And I'm going to take it one step further. Gratitude is acknowledging the blessings. Harvest is claiming what's ready. So if you're a farmer and you look out in your fields, have corn or wheat or whatever, soybeans or whatever, you're not just going to sit there and say, well, I got a good harvest this time. No, you're going to take it one step further, and you're going to pick that, harvest that. So why? So you can get ready to replant. Releasing is let go. Now is the time to let go of all the, you know what I say, crap from the past. And now it's time to plant the seeds for you for whatever is next. And remember what I said when we first came on. This is what I want you to say over the next few days and into whenever. What you appreciates. Think about it. What you appreciates, because you're sending that frequency, you're sending the vibe. I want you to be encouraged of one thing that bloomed for you this year. I want you to just something in a regard of the harvest moon reminds us of what we once wished for and might already be in our hands. I can tell you, I've had a lot of those moments this year. Coming into, we've already had one burr month. We're into the second burr month. And I can't tell you how many times that things that I have manifested this year, and I look back and I think, wow, I think I manifested more than what I had even planned. Here's some quick points I want to talk to you about. The moon's glow represents illumination. What happens when things are illuminated? You see things clearly, right? I can see clearly now, right? I can't sing tonight because all this moisture in the air has affected me, but that's okay. You know it. You know the song. So now with this illumination from this harvest moon, you can see things clearly. But with this illumination, it also will cause shadows. And it reminds us the mystery of life, the growth in the mystery, and sometimes the growth that happens in the dark. You know the old saying, a watch pot doesn't boil? Yeah. You got to put the pot in the dark so it starts generating what it is that you want. So here's some simple affirmations for you for tonight. I receive the harvest of my efforts. I am aligned with the rhythm of abundance. I trust the moon's timing in my life. I want you to claim this. I want you to know that until the next moonrise, your path will be lit with the light of your own becoming. Ooh, that's deep. Let me say it again. Until the next moonrise, and I'm talking about full moon, your path will be lit by the light of your own becoming. You too will start to illuminate as you manifestate. As you manifest. Hello. So in the chat, my darlings, this is what I want you to do. I want you to put in there, I claim the moon. I claim the moon. I claim the moon. I claim the moon. Thank you so much, my darlings. It always, believe me, you're manifesting whether you know it or not. And unfortunately, when it's hard for us to think, oh gosh, nothing has worked out for me, I don't see anything, how can everybody around me be manifesting and I don't see anything myself? Well, guess what? You're manifesting. I'm going to give you a little very familiar hint. And hello, welcome to each and every one of you coming in. I'm seeing familiar names and not so familiar names. I love that because we want to manifest this group as very, very wonderful. Wonderful. Fantastic. I claim the moon. I claim the moon, and you're claiming your harvest. That's what you're doing. But I'm going to discuss a little thing about the elephant in the room. Hi, my darlings. Welcome. Come on in. Give me the bump. Give me the bump. Oh, and someone asked me about my nail polish. The nail polish is called, it's Sally Hansen. It looks much better under this, right? It looks much better in person. It's more orange. I am not an orange person because I'm cool toned. If you wear cool, this will work for you because I am cool toned. The name of this cracks me up. Thank you so much, Amy. The name of this cracks me up. It's called Aurant, as in aura, and then apostrophe NT, you relaxed. Aren't you relaxed? That's this. And this, I'm going to give you a little hint, has a lot to do with my Halloween costume. So be here along with my Seeing Crime group, both channels, for our little Halloween get together Friday, October 31st at 7 p.m. You're going to love it. And that's a little hint about my costume. And when you guys see my costume, you will crack up. And the reason you'll crack up is because it's a blast from the past and it is very familiar. There's your little hints. There's your little hints. Hello, Boston Bia. How are you, my darling? Hello, my darling. Welcome, welcome. So glad that you're here. Zelda is a Swiftie. She's in her showgirl era. Yes, I am the Harvest Princess. So thank you. I'm just kidding. So thank you, thank you. So yes, make sure that if you don't have plans, if trick or treat night is a little later or a little earlier, come spend it with me. Let's have some fun Halloween night. But now I want to tell you something. I told you a while ago that I would tell you about some things that I am manifesting. And one, I am manifesting a new home out of state. And I've been working very hard, and I don't look at it as work. I look at it as fulfillment and fun. And I get to talk to people all over the world. I am so excited now. I'm that much closer to getting the home. That much closer. I've had some things approved. I did not apply for a mortgage. That's not what approved. It is an approval through a corporation that I actually do a little bit of work for. And their transactions have been approved. And when they are approved, when they get paid, I get paid. That's the deal that I made. And some of you said, and I'm just going to tell you because I'm not bragging. I'm encouraging you. I have been working on this for a long time. For a long time. So it's not like but my request was manifested immediately. Now, what? Zelda, hello. Well, the reason it was manifested immediately is because just like when you're ordering online and you put something in your shopping cart and you check out, you may not have it immediately, but you have it. You've got it. You knew what you wanted. You put it in the shopping cart, and that's what I've done. That's what I'm doing. So I'm just going to say this. Sometimes you have to think about your future when you're making decisions like this for big reasons. I started working, thank you, my darlings. Now, it's not through yet. I'll keep you posted. There's a lot of moving parts in these things, but the reason I'm telling you this is because I want to encourage you. I'm not bragging. But a while ago, with this particular corporation, they are based out of Virginia and out of Canada. Thank you, my darlings. They gave me an option. It's in motion. Thank you, Mary. That's a great analogy. Thank you, thank you. They gave me some options. They said, that's right, Amy, that new mug that you got me will be right here on my desk in my new home. I'm going to tell you, you guys ought to see my list. You're helping me with my Amazon wish list. I've got journals that you all are sending me, and believe me, I'm writing. I'm doing it. But a few years ago, these groups approached me and said, we would like to hire you. we want you to do, and this is on a big this is on a big level, the work that they do and what they need done. And they do humanitarian funding type things. So they arrange hospitals in countries that don't have hospitals, or they arrange fresh drinking water in several countries that don't have it. And they have projects that create employment and housing, that type of thing. So it's definitely something that I want to get involved with. Well, my darlings, when they approached me and they told me the vast amount of things that they are working on, and sometimes these don't come in overnight. Sometimes this takes a while. It can mean months and maybe even years. So when I agreed to come in with them, they said, okay, now this is what we want to offer you. We will give you X amount of this and X amount of that, and we'll do this, and then there will be a percentage of this. And I thought, and I said, you know what, why don't you let me put a pencil to it and let me think about it. So I went back and I said, this isn't going to work for me. And they were surprised, because I'm going to tell you, the money would have been sickening in some regard. And they looked at me like, oh, hello here. They looked at me like I was completely daft. And they said, well, what is it that you do want? And I said, I want a new home. Not only do I want a new home, I want a home that I can pay cash for, because I'm not lending. Renting is for the birds. I do not want to do that. And they looked at me and they said, well, what do you propose? And I said, well, I'm happy to do the work. But what I will do is that when you get one of these things claimed, and I would know when it's going to be, because part of my background is corporate finance and, this sort of thing. So I said, I will know, because you're asking me to help you with these things. I will know when it comes about. So I want a particular percentage, not just one time. I want it monthly for as long as you have a contract. And they said, they said, well, let us put a pencil to it. Let me think about it. Let me put a pencil to it. That's what the CEO said. Put a pencil to it. Because at this point, I knew that if they were not going to agree, then I would just say, okay, I don't want to be stuck. I love this, what I'm doing, and I love working for myself. And for them, it's not a full-time job. It's something that I do maybe once a week or something like that. So I'm not tied to hours. I'm not, I handle a lot of their overseas calls, blah, blah, blah. So I knew at this point that if they didn't agree, I was just going to walk, because I'm not going to make someone else money. And I want you to all think about this. I want you to think about it. I want you to think about when you are manifesting. I think it's good to help other people, but you have to help yourself. Because if you don't take care of yourself, how can you take care of anyone else? That's biblical. Look out. We're getting down and deep now. That's biblical, that you have to take care of yourself. And now all of a sudden, it becomes more. than just a dollar sign or a euro sign. It becomes a sign that you're in tune with the moon. It becomes and this is what I want you all to think about, because sometimes we're so excited, and I'm not discouraging any of you and telling any of you not to accept offers and jobs and all that, because I want you to prosper. But I want you to take a moment when you're manifesting something. I want you to take a moment and think how this helps you, how this helps. Now, there is a balance. It is called the law of reciprocity. That means you have to have a balance of give and take. A give and take. So it can't be one side or the other. And you know exactly what I mean, because how many times have you been working for the man or the woman and you're miserable? You don't make enough money. You see the CEOs, the upper credentialed execs are making more money than you can shake your little fist at, and yet you can't pay your electric bill. And you have to decide, do I pay the electric bill this week, or do I pay the water bill, or what about my rent, or what about, that's not living. And I'm always grateful. I'm always grateful. Now, here comes where you're balanced, because when you're manifesting, just like this group that I'm manifesting with, in order for me to make my house money, they have to make XYZ a lot more. And I'm thrilled for that. And I want them to make the money, because if they don't, I don't get any. You see how that works? It's all a balance. It's all a balance. So when you're thinking about taking a particular deal or you get a promotion, think about your self-worth. Think about what you have to offer and what is on the table. I'm not telling you to quit your job. I will never do that. I'm not telling you, but you know what? There's more out there. There's plenty. And when you are manifesting, my darlings, the reality is that you create your own economy. Oh boy, oh Zelda, you are just popping my head off. Yes. Throughout, and listen, all of you know that I've been through some rough times in the past, but I got myself out. And it wasn't because I sat and felt sorry for myself. It was because I knew what I had to do. I've been a millionaire in the past, and my fault allowing people that were around me take advantage of me because I wanted them to love me. That included a gentleman. And in the end, when I got ripped off, left, legal problems, all kinds of things, I sat and thought, oh, what should I have done? And see, if you don't learn that lesson, you're going to continue to loop until you learn the lesson. So if you attract the alcoholics, the ruggies, you know what I mean, the cheaters, and those people who don't support you, you're going to start working for them. Now, what do I mean? Your body, your soul, your mind will start recognizing that there's something that's off balance. And automatically, because we women especially are fixers. We want to fix it. We want to be that one that man who is a scoundrel and who's a serial cheater and everything else in between. When he lands on our doorstep, we want to think, oh, bless him. Bless him. Now I'm going to fix him. He's not going to ever want another woman. And he's going to make you feel that way, or she's going to make you feel that way until things change. That means you're going to be working overtime to get somebody to love you and manifest with you. You see what I mean? This is kitty ears. There you go. There's kitty ears here. This is my baby girl. I'm not telling you not to be in a relationship. I believe in love. But because of that, I got in trouble. Because I happen to love men. So I'm careful because I don't want to go through any of that. Because, the older that you get, the harder it becomes. That is very true. Now, I want you to know this. When you are manifesting, you not only keep your self in mind, but the fastest way for you to manifest is for you to think of the good of all. The good of all. How does this work? How is this a win-win? How is this? Because you don't want to get the lion's share and then have somebody over here upset. Somebody that you love, don't love, you're in a situationship with, you're an employee, you're working for, you're a vendor, you're self-employed, however that works, it has to be a handshake. It has to be an agreed upon application between the two. If nothing more, just in your mind. Because that is how you will manifest successfully. And when it comes to this group that I'm working not for, because Zelda works for herself, my goal is that I want them to be happy and I want to be happy. Now, why? Zelda, come on, take the money and run. No. I want them to be happy because now that we're doing it once, guess what? I'm going to do it again. I'm going to ask for the same. I'm going to be doing the same thing with the same company. And guess what? There's another company that heard of me through this company because they bragged on me so much because they can trust me, that now wants me to come with them. Do I have all this time? I'm going to have to start assigning some jobs to little Scooby and Sammy and everybody else. I don't have the time. But you see what happens when you manifest and you come together in a union, in an agreeable union, and everybody is happy. Because once this works and they're happy with me, and I will be getting paid out, I'm papered up, no worries. Believe me, I know. I'm going to help them that much more. Now, I'm not going to be obligated to them because I have done my job. If I didn't do anything and somebody came along and told me, look, I'm going to give you money, but off the table, there has to be a balanced exchange between two people. That is the laws of reciprocity. And guess what this does? That fulfills everything I have here on this list of the gratitude, the harvest, the release, and the preparation. The other thing that I want you to remember is that everything should reflect in your communication, not only with whom you want whatever, everything needs to connect in communication 100%, constantly, all the time. And you need to start. It's not a religion. It's not magic. It's not woo woo. This, my darlings, is physics. What you're learning, these laws of manifestation, laws of attraction, frequency, vibration, reciprocity, we practice every day, whether we like it or not. Henry Ford, back in the day, made a very famous quote. I wish I had it here and I just thought of it and I don't. Whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. And I want you to think about it. Whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. Remember, what you appreciate appreciates. Now, what does that mean? Zelda, you constantly talking puzzles, you little girl, you. Yes, I do, because it makes us stop and think. Oh, I just went away. Okay, what happens when we appreciate? There's a particular frequency and a vibration that goes along with appreciation that will blanket you and blanket others. But what else? What else appreciates? What else appreciates? Real estate, assets. Oh, look now. When we appreciate, appreciation appreciates. It makes things grow. It makes everything grow. Your energy is growing. I want you to apply this as an applied science. I mean, after all, you don't worry about the laws of gravity. Oh, that fits right in. You don't have to worry about getting up in the morning and anchoring yourself to a pylon that is dug in the deep of the middle of the earth so you don't fly off into the cosmic unknown. No, that's the law of gravity, and it cannot be explained. Just like all of these laws, every one of them. The law, and there are laws that are not so good. And you know what books in the Bible they follow? Proverbs. Proverbs will teach you. And I have those in this channel in a playlist, chapter by chapter, verse by verse. You don't have to read them. I'm reading them for you. And if you can listen to Proverbs every day for 31 days, it is life-changing. Because even though you may not understand the these and the thous and the this and the that, when you're listening, your inner spirit recognizes that and is attracted. It's like a magnet. And you'll start to understand more than what you think. Believe me, what you're learning, and I got to tell you, I learn every day. I learn every day. But the most important thing about this whole thing are your words. Your words matter. So, just like with this group or any other person that I speak to throughout the day, anything. If someone calls me I will address them by their first name. Oh, hello, so and so. How are you today? Doesn't matter if they're having a bad day or not. And before we hang up the phone, you know what else I say? Is there anything that I can do for you today? Is there anything else I can do for you? And usually they'll say, no, it's okay. No, we're good. But you know what? You're extending that vibration. And you know what? Big deal. You're being kind to someone else. There's also the laws of intention, and we've talked about these things before. Excuse me, sister, you have to sit down. I know it. We've talked about this and how certain families in Massachusetts seem like they are attracting. I'm going to address another little elephant in the room, and I'm not going to mention, but I'm just going to say, in some of the community, we hear some rumblings about some little upsets. And I want everybody to let it go. Because you know why? The more we talk about it, the more it stirs the pot. And you know what happens when you keep stirring the pot? It starts to stink. And those things that are not our business start becoming our business, and we start becoming hooked and involved and invested. A couple of times I've been in some chats and I'm seeing things, and I see things that I'm like blown away from. Maybe I'm just from a different universe. Maybe I was raised differently. But all of this has become so big and so public. But what I want to share with you is that take one day and step away from it. Step away from social media, step away from the groups, step away from those things, step away. Let your soul reset, because that's exactly what you need. Because we live in a time, most of you here are a little older, just like me, that you didn't have this sort of thing happening. Not so much in public. If it were, it was in WWE on Monday night, called Monday Night Raw. Hello. And then it was over. But we live in this time. If you ever look on the Talkie Tick or in the Book of Faces or in the Tubes of You and all others, and the rumblings out there, you see nothing. I mean, I'm appalled sometimes on the Talkie Tip because some of those videos would not be allowed on this platform. And it's those where there's DV, there's craziness, people attacking one another, even on the Twix. And you know, that's what I call Twitter. X is Twix. People physically, videos attacking each other, verbally attacking each other. Stay away from that stuff. If you want to manifest the life that you want to live, done. Cut it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's right or who's wrong, because God and the universe has got this. And everything, as our ancestors have always said, will come out in the wash. But there are some times that I think, holy mackerel, can people really act that way? It's frightening. It's scary. But I've seen this over the last few days and over the weekend, where it seems to be simmering, getting ready to rest. And then all of a sudden, it's not good enough. So zoomily-loo, somebody comes in, and what do? Stirring the pot again, name calling, upsets. And the pot starts to stink. And what are they doing? They're attracting all of this again. Because there are those around us not only in this particular little situation, but in other situations, life in general. There are some people that just don't know how to function if there ain't no drama. Be done with that. Be done. Don't fall into it. Don't start trying to guess who's at fault and what's happening here and that what the bad and but this and then but the right. You got better things to do. We have better things to do. We have life to live instead of getting involved. Because you know what's going to happen? Most people don't realize this. When you start seeing, watching, participating in a lot of drama on the Twix and on the other platforms that are going on, and you just got to know. Just got to know. I don't like this one. I don't like that one. Stop. Done. You just got to know. You know what? You've opened yourself. And I know you don't mean to. I'm not trying to be mean to anybody. But when you accept this type of thing, you open yourself to more of it because the universe is over here going, oh, you like this sort of thing? I'll give you more. I'll fix it. I'll fix it so you'll see more and you get involved with that. And pretty soon your day is gone. Your night is gone. Things are consumed. You're not eating right. Your bathroom looks like a crime scene. And now you're upset over people that you don't even know. You don't even know a lot of these people, not in real life. And would you want to? Because here's the thing, and I'm going to just say this. We who are here behind the cameras have a veil. I really protect my privacy. And it's not because those who are here in the chat, it's because of those who watch and who are not. I've had that kind of thing before, and it's scary. People following, people doing this, people doing that. It's careful. But there's a certain persona. Am I like this? Do I tell my stories all the time? No. Do I wear black all the time around the house? Oh, sometimes. But you get what I mean. And I'm using that as an example because I don't want to talk about that. But what I don't want you to do is open up that door so that when that mess is over and done with, and it will be, it's not going to go on forever, it's temporary, and it will be that you're not attracting the new mess. Thank you, Stephanie. You are adorable. Thank you so much. Welcome, 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 my darling. Oh, look at your hair. So pretty. I love it. You are a blessing to me for being here. Thank you. So don't open those doors. I'll tell you why. Because whether it's paranormal or otherwise normal, the law of attraction doesn't change. It's the same thing. So if you are attracting bad spirits and they're hanging out around you and you're doing things that you shouldn't be doing, and yet it happens anyhow, you have to sit back and you have to think, what am I doing that's messing up my own laws of attraction? Because one of the things that I hear the most, people calling me, they'll say, Zelda, first of all, I love you, but, and I always know, it's the same thing as, Zelda, I'm a card reader, and I'm, okay, here we go. But it's those phone calls that I get that say, I love you, Zelda, but what? Well, this stuff that you teach, this laws of attraction, You're full of the brown stuff. I'm not attracting this. You just don't even know what's happening to me. I said, oh, I bet I can tell you. Well, how? Well, just listen to how you talk. Just listen to what you say. Yeah, but what am I supposed to do? I don't have money in the account. We're hungry. We're this, we're that. You got to change the way you think and that you move and that you do. And then especially what you talk. This little pie hole that we have right here can get you in more trouble than not. And it will open up doors that you cannot shut. Have we not seen that as an example? And you don't want to do that for yourself. That's why this harvest moon is so bloody important. Look who's coming to join us. It's my Sam Miami purring away. Hello, my darling. How are her? How are her? That's right, Jackie. Change your thoughts, change your life. So I want you to start thinking about yourself. It's okay to be selfish. Be selfish. Please. Please be, right, Sammy? Right, Sammy? I'm watching for spiders. I got to tell you, time out, because this is getting a little intense and Zelda's getting overboard. I got to tell you this. Last Thursday night, remember, I didn't have one, but I had two little spiders drop down on these wee little almost invisible threads of a web from this overhead ceiling fan. And then there is a vent that is in the ceiling that is very close. And I'm sure these little babies get in the ceiling fan. It's the fall. You can't help it. It don't matter because I clean. But boy, last Thursday night, I had my own little Halloween decorations happening. And every now and then I'll see this little red, and he was red and he looked like a little crab. He wasn't any bigger than a minute. I mean, if I wouldn't have been paying attention, he would have just dropped. But then there was a second one. So when we were done, I have this little handheld thing, vacuum. And I thought, oh, okay. You're not going to do that to me. So what do? I go over and I turn the overhead like a dope. I go over, turn the overhead light on, take the vacuum, and I'm looking right into that light. I wasn't even thinking about it because it has a little nozzle, and I was going around the light bulbs and all around the little goodies up mechanism and everything up there. I got done, and all of a sudden I saw this bright green splotch in front of me. No matter where I looked, and of course I understood where it is because these are blue reflectors that reflects that. And when you look into a light bulb, you are going to see spots, and you are going to see, and the first thing I thought of is, oh, did I damage my eyes? Oh, God, help me, please. No. So I closed my eyes for a minute, and I could still see the big green blob. So I get up, I go into the water closet. I'm holding a cold washcloth on my eyes. I look in the mirror, and I'm totally green. It freaked me out so much, I almost screamed. My son is standing there, and I'm looking at him, and I said, oh my gosh, do I look green? Oh my gosh, do I look green? Oh my gosh. And he's looking at me like, but my son has kind of turned into my dad. All of you understand that, right? because it's kind of like now I figured out how to live life, and that's what, oh, yes, hello. That's the way it goes. And it just cracks me up. But he is the voice of reason. He is the voice of reason. Hold on a second. So, anyway. So, my darlings, don't look into the light bulbs. So, anyhow, that's taking a breath. We're here to be grateful and to recognize that's a part of it. When you're manifesting, remember the door opens. The doors open like crazy open. And you got to be mindful enough, and you got to have your wits about you. Right? Am I green, Mary? Right? Hello. Zelda, what? To be able to discern, because that's another law. The power of discernment is another law of the universe. Discernment means that you can tell what's good and what's not, pretty much what it is, and if it works in your life and if it's not. And of course, pray about everything, meditate on anything. And I know that Bob Proctor has said, oh, if you can't make a split decision, we live in a time that you shouldn't really make a split decision. I don't feel so. That's my opinion. And you know what they say about those. But my darlings, use this harvest moon now to realize what portals, because this harvest moon is now in Aries. Use this now to move forward. Go forward. Put your little rice bowls, your rice jars. Listen, when you have this, thank you, Sissy. My heck. I have little notes in here. I have all kinds of, it smells so good. Sammy, please. Pardon me, I have to go through an adjustment period. All right. Put those on your shelf. Put your cards, put anything. I put my ring on the shelf. Oh, yeah, because this is a smoky quartz and it's very protective. That's why I wear it all the time. I wear it when I ghost hunt too. And I got to tell you this, I was going to go to the post office this morning and it's been raining. Oh, Lord, I don't want to go in the rain because it's hard to rain. And it's like, I know, lazy Zell, but I don't like to drive in the rain. I just don't like to do it. I was going to go to the cemetery. This old cemetery that is about Civil War. And the funny thing is, this little city that I go to that has a really nice little post office built this walking trail around the cemetery. Oh, bless you. Built a walking trail around the cemetery and built, so I wouldn't be out there by myself. So I tell my son, look, and I'm doing this last night. Look, son, I'm going to go to the post office in the morning and I'm going to stop by this cemetery. And he looks at me. He said, what are you going to the cemetery for? I said, oh, I'm going to be digging somebody up and bringing them home. What do you think I'm going to be going for? And of course he laughs because we have this banter. And he says, I don't feel good about you going. I said, you do know what I'm going to be doing. I'm 30 minutes tops, step in, saying hello, recording a few things, seeing what is there, reading some of the epitaphs. You know me. That's what fun is. What my motto, love is kind of crazy with a spooky little girl like me. That's me. And he's like, Mom, you don't go. Now, I know that my son is very intuitive. He has different gifts than I do. He doesn't card read, but he has different abilities. So I know when the boss of the applesauce says, Mom, don't go, I need to listen. Because if I went anyway and I got in trouble, guess whose fault that is? It certainly is mine. Certainly is mine. Kylie, Zelda, I want you to do a reading on the case of this teenage girl that was found in the singer's trunk. I did my own with the EVP I use, and I had some pretty disturbing things come through. I want to. I want to, Kylie. And there's just something about that. And I know it sounds really, really unfair based on the readings that I've been doing, have done. But I don't know. That's something I'm going to have to really think about. Because I believe there were some nefarious things that happened there. So, yeah. Yeah. Teresa, hi there. I've been here driving. I just pulled over to enjoy the moon. Thank you. I am so glad. Oh, honey, he calls me Mom. You get Ma. Well, let me tell you. He calls me Zelda because, he is a professional gamer. He plays in big tournaments, and I love that when he plays with the Korean, they are so nice. The Japanese, so nice. All these people around the world, Germans, Hispanics, so nice. They respect each other. There is a video game out that's called The Legend of Zelda. So when he's feeling a little on the spicy side, he calls me Legend. Or he does the Kardashian thing, like when they would look at Kris Jenner and they would call her Kris. The girls call her Kris. Well, I answered everything. Jackie says, thank you, Jackie. The Charlie Kirk reading was spot on. I get the ghost move vibe from the partner, Andrew. Well, I want to also let you know that I will be doing some Charlie Kirk EVPs because I want you to know this. Do you remember how I told you that John O'Keefe came and visited me Christmas Eve? Well, I have some other vibes, and I don't know how to define it yet, but we'll definitely talk about it. Because there's some disturbing things. And the very bad thing about it is a lot of it I can't say on here. I do not want to lose these channels. And believe me, some of the people get on here and their comments are held in, oh, Lord. So it's okay. I always say, please be respectful. Please don't use foul language, and please don't talk political. And my words just fly out the window. Look, we've got a birthday. My birthday is tomorrow, and it's never a good day for me. I have a birthday week, so I have to have a good day. Well, get ready, everybody, because here it comes. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Steph. Happy birthday to you and many more. I hope you have a beautiful week, my darling. That's wonderful. I'm so happy that you have that. Fantastic. Are you only live on? No, my darling. I have Thursday night. We have and for the haunted little Halloween. I'm live Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. That's New York time. And it's a series called Help, I'm Haunted. And I tell stories, true stories of when I've gone out on ghost hunts, my experience. And this Thursday is going to be amazing. By popular request, I'm going to be telling a couple of stories. So you want to make it. Plus, I'm going to have a giveaway. And you know what the giveaway is? It is the, pardon me, it is the, had a little hair. It is a subscription, a 1-month subscription to Beacon TV. It has all the nice little ghostly paranormal investigations. Shane Pittman, Dave Schrader, and psychic Cindy Kaza are in a wonderful, wonderful program, show, whatever. Listen, it is paranormal investigation the way it should be and at its finest, and about as non-scripted, because obviously when you're doing this sort of thing, and when I have my channel up and running, and I'll announce that, you have to have a script to a certain degree. I'm just going to say that. But things you watch and see. Also, I just want to let you know, I'm going to say this again on Thursday. So Thursday, 7, Saturday night, we talk about seeing crime. And then I'm going to be announcing when we're going to do Charlie Kirk EVPs. And it will be respectful. Now, I also am going to say this. I don't call people back from the grave. That's a big no-no with our Heavenly Father. It's called necromancy, and I won't do it. What I read on is people's energy, the energy that is left behind, that is looping, the energy of crime scenes, the energy of all these different things that happen of people. How do we read? Well, everybody throws off a particular frequency. Haven't you ever been near somebody where you just knew that they were up to no good? That's exactly what it is. It's that frequency and that vibration. So there we are. So Thursday night, Saturday night, Monday night, all at 7 p.m. And we're having a good time because of Halloween. And I'm going to be telling stories, and I will have a trivia night for Dark Shadows. We're going to have a good time. We don't need mess. We don't need mess. We're going to have a good time. Oh, hold on. Give me a second. That was somebody having to say something. Maggie, does your son know what game they are probably playing with Tyler on Discord? I saw something in remote viewing, red and white being. No, he's not. And I'm not going to get him involved. No, thank you though. No, and he doesn't play on Discord. So there we go. He wouldn't know. Let me see. Bracelets will be going out in the mail. What's today? Is today Monday? Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday. Bracelets in the mail. As it's getting darker, the moon is gorgeous. I'm going to go outside and take a look at it. I don't care if it's raining or not. So thank you, my darling Monique. Thank you. Thank you. All shows good, no BS. Thank you. Standing Stones, I appreciate you. Thank you, Stephanie. Let me see here. If there's anything. That was Shaggy and Petey were in a discussion. So they were, sometimes that happens, when you live in close quarters, right? Finally cleared up here in New Orleans. Thank you, Mary. Oh, and by the way, I am being interviewed by a real vampire, and not the kind that, not that kind. There are different kinds of vampires. He is in Europe. I know who he is. He will not come on camera. And most vampire in that origin do not. I don't know if I'm going to be on camera for what we're going to do, but it will be a podcast, and he will be interviewing me. He requested this a long time ago. He was out, I think, for the month of September, and we're going to be putting that together for this month as well. That's going to be fun. And I hope you attend, because listen, put all that junk away. What they teach you in Hollywood and Twilight, he does not glow. He does not anything else. He does not fly like a bat around looking for someone's neck. But listen, if he looks anything like the portraits that I have. Okay, anyway, I don't care that he's older, maybe by, I don't know, 500 or 600 years. So I'm just joking, everyone. I'm just joking, because he watches and he's got an excellent sense of humor. So there was something that I was going to tell you as well. I can't remember. Let's see who is here. Grandmere Rain is a YouTube member. I think you renewed, my darling. So, and don't forget, this particular channel every other Sunday. So this coming Sunday, let me give you a date. I will be reading member-only cards. That is the 12th of October. I will be reading your cards. So you want to become a member. I do it members only because there are just too many trolls, and they like to interrupt. They like to upset the apple cart. Joyce, thank you for being a new member. Thank you, thank you. Martha, you little sweetheart. Rosebud, I claimed the moon. There you go, as a member. Hello, my darling. Be a truth. Live factually. I love that. Thank you so much. A new member and also a new member. Thank you. Steph, a new member. Jackie, thank you, my darling. Thank you, thank you. Kansas City Granny or KS Granny, a member for 2 months. Thank you, thank you. Therese, oh my gosh, my birthday was yesterday. I enjoyed your singing. Well, we have to sing it for you too. You can't go home without a song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Therese. So Teresa or Therese, I think. I'm sorry. I don't mean to butcher that, but happy birthday to you and many more. There you are, my darlings. Let's see. Stephanie is a new member. Thank you and welcome. You're going to love it here. We have a lot of fun. We don't get involved, and we just don't get involved in the things. This is a clean, safe channel. It's all about you. It's all about happiness. It's all about the best thing that you can do for you and your family. And you know what? If we talk about dark shadows and vampires and werewolves and pumpkins and Scooby-Doo and okay, that's not hurting anybody. Over this past week, I got to tell you, things that make me laugh. I've been called a con artist. That's a new one. A grifting psychic, but I know that I'm always your favorite grifting psychic, and right there is the Venmo code. So I don't care. We're here. That's my job. That's what I like to do, and I'm going to share it with you, my darlings, my friends. It's all good stuff. We've been here, my darlings. We've come to the end. We've come to the end already. It seems like, And I'm working on some little recipes to get you through October, to get you through the snackies that you're going to be having for Halloween. Don't you just love it? I love it. Now, watch for maybe, I think, another Charlie Kirk video coming out tomorrow, but it may not be just on Charlie. Watch for some other good things to be coming out on both channels. My channel, Seeing Crime, this channel, True Oracle. Make sure that you like and you subscribe, and make sure that if you are watching on whatever device that you're watching on, make sure that you set your notifications to all and not personalized, because you'll never get them. So if you click on the little subscription button down here, you'll see a little hamburger type menu. Pardon me, I got the hiccups. A little menu. And it'll say subscribe. It'll say notifications all or personalized. You want to click all. And that will help you get. And also just know, no matter what we do, no matter what event, I always put it in the community, my community pages, into the post. So if you're wondering when there's a live, if you haven't gotten anything, go there. If I have an announcement, like my internet was off, then you'll know it there. So thank you so much. I am looking forward to this Thursday, because don't forget, we have a giveaway. It's spooky time. Oh, just wait. Just wait. Oh, wait a minute here. My favorite vampire is Klaus Michelson on the originals. I like his brother, the dark-haired one. What's his brother's name? I'll tell you the one that I was just mesmerized by was The Discovery of Witches. Oh, hello. But I'll tell you this much, my darlings. It is because of Darcy, Mr. Darcy, who has ruined my dating life. Thank you very much. And the books that it's the original, The Discovery of Witches, you've got to see it, Mary. But the books that I'm reading now, I always read. And for the month of October, actually September, October, November, December. For October, I am reading Pride and Prejudice. For November, it is Gone with the Wind. And December is Wuthering Heights. Always, every year. And I'm looking for those hardback books, because for me, the smell of a book, holding the book in your hand, and not a Kindle, but holding those, and those books went away over the years. I don't know what happened, but I'm manifesting those books. So anyway, don't forget, my darlings. I appreciate everybody saying the very kind things in the chat, but you know something? I know when I'm doing something good, is because everybody has something to say about it. Bingo. 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 Please do me a favor, like, subscribe. If you would like a personal reading with me, I'm going to put this banner up. Go to trueoracle.com/video reading. And if you would like to see how I read cards, I have written ebooks that you can go over to. Let me get this. You can go over to the psychic shop, and you're going to see a little area in the middle where you slide. You can get the tarot book that I've written, 200 and some pages, a cartomancy book that shows you how I read the playing cards and what layouts I use. And I've written also an ebook on the hidden deck. There's also some manifestation books. There's the rice jar book. And there are some tarot journals for those of you that like to keep a journal. I used to do that on my readings. It became too nonsensical for me. But many have done that and will come back to me and say, Zelda, did you know that in this reading and such a date you said this? No, I don't remember it, my darling, but if you say that I did, I'll go back and look. And it's kind of funny how those things happen. Just kind of funny. So, my darlings, I want to thank you so very much for being here. It is an amazing time. I claim the moon. I claim abundance, prosperity, harvest, gratitude, release, prepare, and all those good stuff. And don't get pulled in to the nonsense. Get ready for Thursday night because you're going to hear another story and you're really going to love this one. So thanks so much, my darling. Somebody sent me a Venmo. I appreciate you very much for doing that. It helps the channel to keep growing because, yes, things are a little pricey. Yes, they are. Oh, somebody's coming to visit. His name is Shaggy Noodle, and he's going to walk on because, there you go. There you see. And it's because he knows that this gal, she is the boss of the applesauce. I'm telling you. Right there. She knows what's up. She knows what's up. Thank you, my darlings, for being here. Hang in there. And let me see what kind of an outro that I want to give ya. Let me see. I think I'm just going to give you the one with the little cat for your burning desire. Thanks again, everyone, for being here. You have a wonderful evening. Rest of the week. I'll see you Thursday. And you know what? Happy manifesting. Good night.